Good morning. It is February 5th, 2026. Holy cow.
The poll has ended. The winner is between 1 and 2 hours.
I mean, I haven't seen what the other options are, so right now I'm confused. Oh, I see. The other options give more context. When do you normally eat breakfast? Within 1 hour of being up, between 1 and 2 hours of being up, between 2 and 3 hours, after 3+ hours, I don't eat breakfast. I'm trying to think of what this would be, what it would be for me. It depends. It's either within an hour or between 1 and 2. Like on the weekends, if I wake up, sometimes I do not immediately get out of bed. I'll sit up in bed and read some things, or Chaz, I'm going with yes. Coke Zero is breakfast.
Is there any calories in Coke Zero? Like what, 10?
I'm pretty sure it's 0. Famously 0. It's in the name.
I thought it was 0 sugar.
Oh. No, I think it's 0 calories. Introducing Coke 10.
I don't think it counts if there's no calories.
Anyway. Shane says, if you haven't gotten out of bed, you haven't gotten up. I disagree. I think if you're awake and you're sitting up in bed, the timer has started. Like, if you wait 2 hours before you eat from when you woke up, like you could have gotten out of bed. Generally, if I sit up in bed just like reading or doing whatever in the morning, I feel like I should have gotten up. I always feel that way. I'm always like, I should have just got out of bed instead of reading, whatever.
Mac rumors.
It's important to stay up to date. Speaking of staying up to date, I suspect we're going to have probably several people show up in about 20 minutes.
Noah said if you're lying awake contemplating not going to work, you're awake. You're already at work.
I mean, for us, yeah. Chess is the first game on the partner showcase. Might interest you two for a future Friday game. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll take a look at the partner showcase after breakfast stream. I never watch them. I just usually read about them. NDL, yes. You're welcome. Yeah. The direct will be over in like 20 minutes, so people will show up. Mr. Deathkill says, we aren't allowed to talk about the direct or we will get bonked. You will get bonked. Yeah, no talking about the direct. The only thing you can say is, man, I'm excited to watch the direct. Or, I'm excited for y'all to watch the direct. That's it. Having not seen the direct,
Well, it's happening right now, so it'd be wild if you saw it.
saw it in a vision.
You have it just in the corner.
One thing that I am, like, and I talked about this yesterday in the Discord, I think it's time for Fallout 3 to be released onto the Switch, or to have a remake announced. It's been long enough. The show is out. The show is popular. It's time to, like, do something with that information. Oblivion was remade last year. So... And also, there's never been a Fallout game on a Nintendo system. I think. I'm pretty sure. The only one that possibly could have been was like if they released Fallout 1 or 2 on the eShop, but I don't think that happened. And, you know, there are people who, whether consciously or or otherwise, are console loyalists, you know, so they have only ever bought one thing. So if you've got people that have only ever purchased Nintendo systems, they've missed out on those games. And I hope that everyone gets to play video games. Vault Boy was in Smash.
Hells yeah. The new Rayman game stars George Costanza, but they're a bouncy mime.
Okay, I'm in. 1,000 bits for blue-haired cyborg. Rad, what game announced in the Direct can I look forward to playing later? Hells yeah. The new Rayman game stars George Costanza, but they're a bouncy mime. Jerry, I have two passions. Bouncing and miming. That's all I got. Why haven't we got the Seinfeld video game? I'm not sure when that's coming out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's read some alerts. We got 69 months from Lady K-Hawk, 47 from Guy Astronaut, 37 from Stalker Mike, 60 from Quill in the Stars. Let's say, that's a 5. 10 months from Neo J Frost, 34 from Lil Miss Musique, 49 from Terrier, 300 bits from Radio Dread says, clowning around at the speed of sound. I don't think it's possible for me to just read that. I have to...
Sing it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's certain things, it's just gotta be sung. 74 months from Noah, 73 from Jacket K, 63 from Theirwolf, 23 from Chiron, and 63 from Space Cat Zero. There's also an art in the queue. What could this be? Cup tallies. Man, we love data. Look at this data. Vagabond's got the link. I think people feel one way or another about data. People either look at charts and they're like, or they look at charts and they're like, charts! I tend to fall much closer to the second category. So if you also are like, yeah, charts! You got a link to click. Do we love data? We need more data on it.
Start a poll.
How do we feel about charts? I'm for them. Anyway, so aside from the Direct, what has happened in the last 2 days? Because I have one thing I'm going to definitely mention, but I'm curious if you have any other things that you want to talk about.
What we did Tuesday night?
And what was that?
We played
A
Agricola.
poll has begun. Charts?
Charts? You finished Killing Time and the Raleigh Collective is going to remake it. we were joking that because Killing Time contained so many extras that it would be possible to remake the FMV sequences.
Ah.
The game includes the entire script, which is wild. It was a really cool bonus thing. Yeah, so we have owned a copy of the board game Agricola for a decade, and we have never played it. It's never been played. So on Tuesday, we finally played it.
Yeah.
We had did you have Agricola? No, is Agri-Pepsi okay? We had one of Mal's friends who knew how to play the game, which wasn't entirely true.
He had played it once.
He had played it once.
Yeah.
So...
Not all that long ago either, over New Year's.
Anyway. So we played it. Mm-hmm. And it's a game where you really... Agricola.
Is it? He was pronouncing it right?
We weren't sure.
We thought it was Agricola because of, like, agriculture.
It is a Latin word. The Latin people...
The poll has ended. The winner is yes.
Oh, we got shark people here. I'm happy to have the shark people here. Alright, well, Agricola. Anyway... Agricola is a board game that is all about... And, you know, I minored in Latin. It's Agricola. All right. I bet we looked stupid.
When I see him, I'll tell him. We didn't try and correct him.
Well, it was funny because he didn't... Once we said it the way we said it, he just never said it again. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Anyway, getting to this point. Agricola is a game with victory points. Various games have victory points. You have to do various things to get victory points. So, there's a lot of rules.
There's been twice I've wanted to play it because I've heard good things, and Chaz was like, this manual is a lot. And I'm like, it is.
You have to say that Chaz was intoxicated at the time, because there's no manual on Earth that is too much for Chaz.
Yeah.
That's not possible. Chaz loves complex games, but sometimes when, you know, if everyone's hanging out and people are drinking, we can't be like, Chaz, now learn this complex game.
And teach it to us.
And teach it to us. Because then he'll be like, listen, now cannot be the time for this. So that has happened twice before. But we played it. And because it was so complex, it was really a system of like trying to
figure out strategy as you're learning it.
Well, just, you know, trying to learn
Yeah.
the game, just trying to understand exactly what's going on. And as a result, I was so focused on learning how to play the game.
Uh-huh, you can word it that way.
It's true. Learning how to play the game, that I did not stop to consider or learn how to earn victory points, which is a key part of a game with victory points, but there was just a lot happening.
There's also negative points you can get.
So anyway, the final score...
Wait, you want me just to put it in Discord and that can get put in the art queue? Mod. Photo.
Intelligent one. Did you have positive points? Listen. I'm of
You have the... There it is.
I'm of the belief that you really can't go below 0. So, me and Mouse score should really be 7 points apart. But you know what? I had the largest wooden hut you have ever seen. Just the largest... Was my score negative 23? It was, but I had...
This was positive 38.
Yes. Intelligent one, how do you do that? Oh, I know, I can tell you how. At the end of the game, my 15 square grid was taken up by 8 wooden huts. So I had a very large home. I did not create any pastures. I did not raise any livestock. I did not have any stables. I did not have any plowed fields. I didn't know what a vegetable was, but I had seen them at market. My family never starved until the end. Chaz, so your real home then?
He had children in the game.
Not until late.
Yeah.
Not until late. When I heard your friend casually mention that children were worth 3 points, and I was like, children are 3 points?
Yeah,
so,
but starving counters are.
Okay, well, everyone ate. Everyone ate until the end. In the last turn of the game, when we knew harvest was coming, and I was supposed to be feeding my family, I was like, what if we made the house just a little bit bigger? For fun. And then I also had another child. Like, I actively had no food, and I was like, what if we had, one more kid? So anyway, I did receive 8 begging counters, which each begging counter is negative 3 points. At the time, I didn't know it was negative 3. I thought it would be negative 1. But it turns out it's negative 3. Had it been only negative 1, my score would have been still negative, but a little bit better. I thought if you starved, you only died a little. I mean, essentially, yes. Yeah. That being said, I do think that we probably had the biggest wooden hut in Agricola history. I had a card that was going to give me points for the hut, but I didn't get a chance to play it. Vagabond, it's called a calorie deficit. It's good for weight loss. Yeah.
He was laughing. His board was pristine, no empty spaces, all these animals, a variety of animals.
The whole game, at the beginning, I thought that I could hate draft the game because there was only a limited number of wood tokens. And I was like, can I just sit on the wood the whole game?
Reads.
And then I looked in the manual, and it's like, no, if you run out of tokens, just use something else for tokens. And I was like, okay, so there are infinite. But there's only 1 or 2 places that you could get reeds. And I was like, I'm just going to take reeds every single turn, because I need them for my wooden hut anyway. So like no one ever had reeds. It was wonderful. So no one else's house grew. Their points did, but their houses didn't. So you were trying to cheese it from the get-go a little bit. A little bit. It's worth noting that if a game allows you to hate draft things,
Yeah.
that is always a viable strategy, and I absolutely recommend it. If you're playing Catan and you notice that the only place to get brick is like on a spot where you can get all, you take it. Chaz, and sometimes even if it doesn't. Couldn't you trade the reeds for food? I always had enough food.
Until the last round.
There were 14 rounds in the game. The first 13, I was totally fine. My family ate. They were full. It was only at the last round where I starved everyone to death. And they died inside their large wooden hut. Anyway, we had 500 bits of Max Who Stabilizes. Just signed up for a job that is a few weeks long. 12-hour days. Oof.
Wow.
7 days a week. I'm in the trades, so this can happen. Good overtime money, but I'm tired just thinking about it. That's gonna be... It's not impossible. But yeah, I just wish you the best of luck. I think if you focus on how you're gonna feel like right after, then that could be a good motivator. Because you'll be like, okay, I made a bunch of money and now I'm just gonna like relax. Yeah. So, dang. Yeah, good vibes. And I hope it goes well. Just get enough sleep and I'm sure you'll be all right. We got 300 bits from Gadzooks, who says, hello, are you ready for another strange sports name? No? Okay, today it's Bill Goodenough. Might as well be named Passive Aggressive. Good enough. Of course, it could be Latin. So it could be Guadanu. That's Latin. That's what Latin sounds like, by the way.
I didn't know.
Guadanu. Guadanu. Do 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 do. Guanadu.
Can I be excused?
Did you know Killing Time was almost named Zombie Xanadu?
I did know that, actually.
You did not! That is obscure and no one knows that. We learned it yesterday. That's a lie. You didn't know that.
Good job playing the game, honey. You had such a nice hut.
Listen, about halfway through the game, I realized that I seem to be playing the game a little differently than everyone else. And that's fine. Because I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time with your friend.
Yeah.
But he laughed so much and so hard.
He had a good time.
Yeah. So like, I still won.
You got the Spirit Award.
I still won. Like if I sit at a table and I lose a game, but everyone else is laughing so hard they're crying, I'm like, I won to me. I'm like, this is great. If I made everybody laugh, I'm like, all right, that's fine. Is my family dead? Yeah. They all died in this giant wooden hut. But it was funny. The last turn of the game, the very last thing I did, full well knowing I had no food, was like, I'll make another baby. That was actually the best move I did, because that did make more points than take away points. think. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway. It's fine. Did you want a little?
No, I had a bite already. I can talk about other things that have happened. Will you eat that?
That's a great plan.
I have thrips infesting my Venus flytrap plant, which has been frustrating because it was like slowly dying, and I'm like, what's going on with you? Is it because it's winter? And then I looked closer and I saw little thrips all over the base of it, and I was like, oh no. So I had to order a pesticide and treat it, and I'm hoping it takes care of it. And I'm also hoping I noticed early enough that it didn't infest anything else it was next to. Because it was sitting next to my Monstera, my Maranta, my coin plant, and my, I just learned that I'm mispronouncing this word too, but now I forgot how to actually pronounce it. The pothos? Pothos, I think is how you actually pronounce it.
If I could ask, what is a thrip? It's a tiny bug.
It's like the shape of a grain of rice, but tiny. Like really tiny.
And they touch plants
And suck the juices out of them.
and harm them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I had to treat it. And I'm hoping it's okay. But, I had to put it in a bottle, and I ended up putting it in a empty, like, plastic water bottle, like, one-use water bottle. And so I wrote poison on the top and put it under the sink, and then I was like, Steven, I know you're not in the habit of drinking random things you find under the sink,
It was
but don't drink that.
It was like a little like demeaning or something when Mal was like, "Hey, I don't think you would do this, but like don't drink like a random water bottle that you find under the sink." And I was like,
Slightly yellow.
I was like, I would, what? She's like, let me show you. And then she showed me, and I'm like, Mal, you wrote poison on it. She goes, yeah, just in case. I was like, when am I ever been like, oh look, a water bottle. A water bottle that's been in this cabinet for an unknown amount of time. Oh, right. I'm so thirsty for this. It's fine. It's just when you explained it to me, it was like you were talking to like someone who was 3. It's like, now listen, this bottle you can't drink. It's poison. Now I want to do it. Now I'm thirsty for it.
It's actually one of the, it's an organic pesticide, so it's probably not that bad.
Our lawyers want to make sure that everyone here at Breakfast Stream knows that you should not drink pesticide of any kind. Chaz, like, how poison is the poison? It's fine.
Someone had said that it's kind of wild how the Venus flytrap can't eat the bugs that are killing it. They're too small. Like, they're even climbing, like, inside the trap. Like, I saw them in there, but they're too small to hit the trigger hairs.
Hmm.
And then if it closed, they could just, like, climb out. So, they're too tiny.
Welcome in, folks. The direct has ended, so...
I need to repot that once it's doing better and stronger. The Venus flytrap.
Can they get, like, Seymour big?
No.
That's a shame.
They can get bigger than they are.
Is there
But mine
is there other carnivorous plants that can get bigger than the flytrap?
Yeah, there's pitcher plants that are like this big. Like, the pitcher is this big.
That would be kind of neat. You know what? Yeah, you don't have any good pictures of the flytrap, I don't think.
I do.
Oh, do you? Mm-hmm. Do you want a giant plant in your house like that?
He's already like, how big is the monster getting?
You've seen a victory bell. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe if it was outside, that would be okay. We're finding good flytrap photos.
I have a photo of when it was healthy, and then I have a photo about 2 weeks ago when I first noticed it was flowering.
Which is also healthy.
No, that's right when it started to like die from the thrips before I noticed them.
But they're not connected. It didn't flower because of
Yeah.
the thrips.
A poll has begun. Have you seen Little Shop of Horrors?
Little shop of horrors.
I've actually never seen it.
Oh, I'm also going to post a third photo because it can show the baby one that's sitting down in the soil below it that you can barely see because it's cute. So you can kind of see the size difference of the baby ones that are there versus the slightly more mature ones.
It says, I don't know what it is. It's the movie with the plant.
It's a musical.
It's a musical with the plant. Big plant. That's all I got. Erda says, Steven, come on, man. You need to watch more good movies. I'm watching good movies. I am not watching all of them, which is the problem. I don't have... I don't have the repertoire like NDL. NDL will occasionally post the
poll has
the
ended.
movies that he's watched.
The winner is I have not.
More people haven't. I like watching movies, and I try when I watch a movie to watch a good movie. But man, there's like a lot of them. There's a lot of movies.
There are. There's so many movies.
There's so many. And they keep making them. Like, if they had stopped... If it was like, there was
Stop making movies. Steven needs to watch some.
If it was like, we decided movies were done, you know, in 2010. It was like, no more movies. We have a different form of media. Then you could conceivably watch, maybe not all of them, but like more of them.
You gotta hit the button.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the button. Let me read these first. We got 78 months from Paper Spyro. 60 from Lamb144 as a 5. 15 months from Iron Girl. 17 from Zelgen. And 67 from Evar. And let me show these arts quick.
See the flower? It's the little stalk right below the top trap. It's not flowered yet. That's just it starting. And those are probably the size of like my thumbnail. The traps are.
Yeah.
That was when I first got it, when it was nice and healthy.
No cutie. Look at all those little mouths. All begging for nutrients.
And see the baby one down in the soil, like up here? They're so tiny. They're like really itty bitty. Because the pot is only like 2 inches wide.
Give me the bird.
They're very cute. Shane says, do you gotta feed it flies or anything? I don't believe that you actually have to feed it.
It doesn't need constant stuff, but I think like every once in a while giving it something is good, because then it gets that nutrients.
Sometimes we find critters, and then the critters go in there, and they do not come back out.
You can't feed it anything too big or it'll just rot inside the trap.
Yeah. But like if
we get not ladybugs, but the bad ones. Lady beetles, the ones that are not native.
Yeah.
Those are too big for it, unfortunately.
You know what's also good at hunting critters? Cats. When are you going to get cats? We will be getting cats at some point. But also, cats are not always...
They don't go after everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, sometimes they go after things once, and then they're like, that did not taste good. I do not care.
And it was not fun.
Yeah.
That can exist here.
Yeah. Because we've had certain type of bugs that, like, Sagan and Kepler were just like, nah. I'm like, they'll look at it, which is helpful. Because sometimes they'll be like, what are you looking at? And then I'll go, and I'm like, oh, okay. But
if it's fast or if it flies, they were very excited.
yes. Yeah.
The big mosquito hawks, the crane flies, that look like giant mosquitoes that are harmless. Oh, they loved it. If you opened a door and one of those got in,
Oh, yeah.
they loved those.
Minutes of entertainment.
Yeah. Minutes.
Yeah, because if it flew low enough, it was dead.
Sometimes we'd pick up the cat and they would get
I actually
it in
did
the
that
air.
quite often
Yeah.
with both cats. They were both fine with. I don't think either of them wanted to be held that high, but when the bug is there, their brains shut off for the fact that they're in the air, and there is no height. There is only
Bug.
bug. So I would Simba them into the air, and they would.
We had a specific like tone we would use with Kepler, and he would come running because
Yeah.
he knew what it meant.
We'd say, "There's a bug,"
There's a bug.
and we'd only have to say it once, and then he would immediately go on full alert and be like,
Where is it? Where's the bug?
so that was fun. Let's see. We have 300 bits from Little Light One says, have you watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Yes. Me and you have never watched it together, I don't think.
No.
I've seen it once in high school.
There was one time recently-ish, Chaz just put it on to put something on at his house when people were over. So that's the most recent time I saw it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in 20 years. But I like Monty Python, and I like that style of humor. So I should watch some of those things again. There's some of the Monty Python films I haven't seen, but I don't remember which ones.
Life of Brian.
Is that the one I haven't seen? Maybe that's the one I haven't seen.
What's the other one? I don't remember the other one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Meaning of Life. That's the other one.
Meaning of Life's really good. I like Meaning of Life. We'd 500 bits from Haley92 says, so I used to be a box office assistant for the off-Broadway revival of Little Shop. I love the position and everyone was so nice. Fun fact, one of the Mushniks we had was the original voice actor of Professor Oak from Pokemon. Oh, neat.
One year
Cool.
when I was teaching, that was what they put on for the fall musical.
The Little Shop of Horrors. It's this is only like a quick tangent, but everyone does something interesting. Whether that's with like their career or a hobby or volunteering or something, there is some interesting thing that someone does that it's always fun to hear about what people do. And that's very neat. I want to see that movie.
What? Little Shop of Horrors?
Little Shop. I've seen Holy Grail. Oh yeah, Spamalot. That's right. I was in London when Spamalot was, I think, first happening.
That timing is right, yeah.
Because there was posters up all over the place for Spamalot. It was
Carly has seen Spamalot. I have not.
that would have been 2007.
I know the songs, though.
Yeah. So at some point, do it. Little Shop review vlog. There was a plant. The plant was really big.
There was a total eclipse of the sun.
Is that in the movie?
Maybe watch it, you'll find out. I vividly remember watching Little Shop with a friend of mine from high school because she loved musicals, and we watched that one at one point.
Yeah. Stephen, please watch more movies. I will. I watched more movies in 2025. I watched more movies in 2025 than I had watched in like the past 3 or 4 years combined. Part of that was because I watched like 10 movies on the plane to and from Japan. But I watched movies that were like... They were recent. I watched Sinners. Probably some other things that were recent. So, you know. If you watch Little Shop now, you can see the original intended ending that they cut because it was kind of a downer.
You know what movie you watched recently?
Wizard
of Oz?
Oh, yeah. Did that have an original downer ending? Where, like Dorothy just dies? And then they just are like, oh, no. Like, there's cut content.
Yeah.
For sure. There's cut content without having to know that is information. There's cut content because randomly Scarecrow just has a gun. That's the biggest... That's the
I mean, they
the
also
biggest
mentioned the
indicator.
jitterbug.
Huh?
They also mentioned the jitterbug.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we were watching it and then just randomly Scarecrow has a handgun. And I'm like, feel like I missed something. Feel like there was an important piece of information that was not displayed to me. Dorothy, I don't know what we're... And I'm like, why do you...
I mean, they all have not guns. They all they all have weapons, but his is just very out of place, it feels like, comparatively. So that's the one that hits you. It's like, wait.
Oz actually takes place in America. Scarecrow reloading his handgun. He's like, Tin Man, do you have any more bullets? And he's like, yeah, I got you. Lion has a banana clip. Or a bandolier. Yeah. Anyway. Toto has a bazooka. I would like to watch this, and it seems like they don't even have to change too much stuff. Who needs a brain when you have a gun? The wizard is like, and what would you like, Scarecrow? And he's like, another gun! A gun to match my gun! Whew. It's just, I don't know, like, tonally, it's very bizarre that they were like, everyone gets a weapon. What should Scarecrow have? A handgun. No, okay. It's fine. Is Dieter the Scarecrow? But he has a brain and many guns. Yeah, the combination of brain and gun is probably helpful. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. We're in Gunland. I walked into the most American conversation of all time. Listen, it is real. If you watch Wizard of Oz and you're paying attention, there is a scene change and suddenly Scarecrow has a handgun. And like, why? Oh, Robert says Wizard of Oz is in the public domain. Not yet, is it? No.
I think it's this year, though.
What? I feel like NDL would know this. When it enters public domain is important.
The book is.
The book. It's
MGM, right?
When
I believe it's
when
MGM.
do I get to include the movie clips in random videos I make?
I mean, that's why there's things in Wicked that they can't do. because of the movie.
Oh. Like what?
Like the slippers, the ruby slippers. Like the original book, they're silver, but they did ruby for Technicolor.
Yeah.
And so, like, in Wicked, there's silver. There's references to ruby slippers, but the actual slippers in Wicked are silver.
1930 just entered the public domain. We have 9 years. At least I won't be dead. Probably. I mean, like, that's the thing with all of the public domain stuff is, like, I'm like, a lot of the good stuff, we're gonna be dead. And, like, I hate that. You know? Like, what good is yakety sax entering public domain if I can't use it until I'm 60? If you don't go drinking poison, you'll be fine. Can you imagine how great it's gonna be for, like, the new generation? The new generation? Like, there's gonna be people growing up and they'll be like, The Who is just in public domain. Meanwhile, I'm just, like, biting at the bit to get it Wizard of Oz. I'm like, we're gonna get a Wizard of Oz. Anyway, we had 41 months from Nintendo Nitwit and 60 months from My Hello. Gotta calm down, Dorothy. Time to cover Poisoning Pigeons in the Bar. I do love Tom Lehrer's songs. Did we beat? No, we didn't beat. And I didn't shock the Stream Deck to death.
Nice.
That happened multiple times yesterday. We had 500 bits from the Reload who says, there's an edit of the first Harry Potter movie that replaces all of the wands with guns. It's amazingly beautiful, and several people get shot.
I saw a short somewhere where it was Harry Potter, but dubbed to be America. The lines were.
How does...
And I don't remember any of the lines to complete this thought.
Muggle wands. You know how, like, sometimes there will be a piece of media that goes through some sort of localization process and they need to change elements?
Yeah, like Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats is a good one. The Jelly Donut from Pokemon or whatever. Yeah. This is a great example of, like, the movie comes out and they're like, American test audiences are really not vibing with this. We think it's maybe too British, so we're just going to replace all of the ones with guns.
Coffee.
People watch it, they're like, this is great. Harry, you have to go to the train station to get to gun school. We got 300 bits from Shy who says, Wizard of Oz with guns reminds me of a movie I saw in high school. I can't remember the name, but it's literally the script of Romeo and Juliet word for word, but set in modern day LA.
It's Romeo plus Juliet. And it has Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Is that what it's called? Romeo plus Juliet?
I believe. I'm like 99% sure.
In the brawl between the families at the start of the story, a character requests his long sword and gets handed a shotgun. So that's literally it then.
Yeah.
That's literally the idea here.
Have you ever seen it? It's very well done.
No, I haven't seen it.
We watched both versions in high school when we read through Romeo and Juliet.
You know what would be really interesting? And
yeah, Mafia Romeo and Juliet.
I say this would be really interesting, but, like, I think actually everyone hates this idea. I think NDL would like it. What if there was a service, whether at home or like a theater or something, where you go and you're going to watch a movie, you just don't know what it is? I think a lot of people actually would not be into that. I think that would be super cool.
I would not be into that.
I would love that. to go into a
You
movie.
can just say, hey, NDL.
Like, to go into a theater, and that's called cable TV. You go into a theater, pay for the ticket, you sit down, and you have no idea. Scroll on Netflix with my wife. Do we at least get a genre? Maybe that could be it. Maybe that could be it. If they do that with preview screenings, it's $5 on Mondays. That's cool. I like that idea of like, you have no idea you have no idea what era, what genre, anything. It could be a foreign film. Like, you're sitting there, and then it comes on, and if you don't even recognize it, then it's like, what could it even be? You have no idea. So that'd be neat. I could do that here for TRC. We could have a movie night, and I could be like, everyone come watch this movie, and no one gets to know what it is, and no one shows up.
Yeah. That's more likely.
What if I promised it would be a good movie? Like, not Stephen Good, not Stephen Good,
trust
like
is broken.
not Stephen Good, like
I think you would need to give the title and a blurb and be like 20
why do people need the title? So they can
2020 Oscar, no, not Oscar, right? Yeah, Oscar movie.
Yeah, award-winning movie from this year.
A story of a man who ...
I
think you need to give a blurb.
I think what if it was it? The only thing that really seems to matter to people is like, is it too scary? So I could just start and be like, okay, it's a movie from 2019 and there's no horror elements, and then just have people come watch it. That's it. And then they'll be like, all right. And I promise it's good. Anything that we pick is like, it's either won some sort of award or it's some sort of cult classic or something, right? Won awards isn't horror. Yes. Baby Shoes. Won awards isn't horror. So yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. I don't know if I could get anyone else involved on that, but no one wants to watch movies with me though. Why?
Make a movie night. You gotta make a movie
But it's
night.
not just that. It's like I pick a movie and then people are like, you picked the wrong movie. This one's too much. In this one, we had to watch a guy beat people to death with a hammer for 7 minutes straight. And I'm like, yeah, but
But it's a Korean cult classic. Old Boy
it's
was
art!
Old Boy was a lot.
And yell, Steven, invite me to your house. See, Thomas, the Money Pit had moments of...
NDL, we watched it on a date night.
It was a good date movie. We went to the Alamo, we had a sandwich. It was a good movie.
Money Pit.
Well, I was going to say, Old Boy reminds me of The Mist in some ways. And I can't say any more than that, but man, both of those movies are fantastic. Money Pit wasn't the best movie we've ever seen, but Thomas was there, so...
Thomas wanted to watch Money Pit.
And
I
that
have
was great.
fond memories of watching Money Pit with my dad.
Old Boy is a date movie, definitely gets you in the mood for love. We had a lot to talk about on the ride home. It was fun. We had 3 bits. Some little light one says, "Oh, Stephen, what video editing program would you recommend? We are hunting for one for my church. We used Clipchamp as it was free, but been increasingly buggy. My recommendation these days for everyone is DaVinci Resolve. Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve is free. There is a paid version that is also worthwhile. It's a one-time cost of $300.
And not subscription.
Not a subscription. Oh, I have words.
I know.
I have words about a change Apple has made. It's $300. You own it forever, and the free version is actually super
Cohesive, comprehensive.
comprehensive. Most people can get away with the free version, and it's incredibly powerful. So that's my recommendation. I've had other recommendations in the past, but at this point, it just doesn't make sense to use it. Like if you're using a Mac, then you have Final Cut open to you as an option, and I like Final Cut a lot. But if you're starting from zero, you might as well just learn Resolve because it's free. Yeah.
And there are words about.
Yeah, I'll keep it brief. Oh, you reminded me that I wanted to punch another company.
Yeah.
Verbally.
Yeah.
I should.
You can't yet, right?
Because I haven't received the thing. It's
Yeah.
on its way.
Let me see where it is.
You say I can't yet?
Well, you said you were gonna wait.
There's a lot of companies that can be punched verbally. Anyway, Apple sells Final Cut Pro. It's been a one-time payment thing forever. I bought it a billion years ago. It's $300. I bought it a billion years ago. I've been using it. And recently they announced that there was going to be, in addition to the paid version, a subscription. There's a subscription called Creator Studio, which could be a good deal for some people, depending on what they are after. It costs some amount of money per month, but it gives you access to like Final Cut and Logic and other things, Motion and Compressor and whatever.
Coffee!
Pixelmator, whatever their Photoshop equivalent is. And like that's all well and good, but they also announced that there was features coming. And the wording that they used is that there's features coming to the subscription model that may not be coming to the paid model. And I was like, what? So it hasn't happened yet. And I suspect that when it does, there will be incredible backlash. But we'll see. We'll see. What features and why are they gatekeeping? We don't know. I think there are some sort of like AI features that are. There's already like AI features built into Final Cut. For like tracking and masking. All modern NLEs have these abilities, and they're really good. They're really good, but the future of what that looks like, I don't know. And if the features are not coming to both versions, that's slightly infuriating. Slightly. Yeah, people think of AI as generative AI. This is don't think of it like that. Think of it as like machine learning being able to pull people out of a background intelligently because it knows what a person is. Think of it that way. Separate that from Gen AI, because that's more along the lines of what it is. But I like to own things. Which is why when a company is like, what if we did like a subscription model? I'm like,
What if not?
what if you didn't? What if you didn't do that, actually? What if you didn't do that? What if you didn't? What if you didn't? If you changed that? Or like I just owned it forever. Anyway, 300 Bits of Jet Jet says, basically I'm hearing you say you pick a movie with multiple award-winning actors and then it ends up being draft day. Listen, we don't know what it would be. We don't know anything yet. but I would like to subject my friends to various movies. That's what I would like to do. Okay, I'm going to very briefly mention this thing.
What thing?
The company thing.
Oh.
And then we'll be done, I promise. I have a thing that I'm going to mention. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to say it because it made me mad. It made me very mad. There's a company that produces several different gaming products. One of the things they do is release physical games. The company is I Am 8-Bit. You may have heard of them. I Am 8-Bit has always been fine. I've never had a problem with I Am 8-Bit. But recently, I ordered a game from I Am 8-Bit. And the game did not arrive. It said it had been delivered, but it did not arrive. And I said, I'm going to send them an email. And I said, hello, I Am 8-Bit. I ordered a video game. It says that it was delivered, but it was not. I do not have it. And they said, okay, we will launch an investigation. And I said, okay. So I waited 2 weeks, which was the amount of time for the investigation. And then I emailed them back and I said, hello, it has been enough time for your investigation to conclude. Have you found the game? And then they said, no, we haven't found the game, and you know what? It actually is really unfortunate because it looks like when you checked out, you didn't pay the additional $1.95 for the purchase protection. See, when you do order protection, it prevents these sorts of things from happening because then it just covers it, and then we can, get you out a new game or whatever. And it's unfortunate you didn't add that on to your purchase. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a one-time exception, and we're gonna send you this game again. But in the future, you need that. My brothers in Christ, let me tell you something. When I ordered this video game, and you choose the shipping option, I chose the shipping option, which was the most inexpensive shipping option, sure, but it was USPS Ground Advantage. USPS Ground Advantage includes tracking and insurance. It includes $100 of insurance. The video game that I bought was $25. In what world would I need to pay an additional $1.95 when I check out
For something that's already included.
For something that is included. In their email to me, and they said, we're going to do this one time. They're like, in the future, do order protection because... they said, do order protection or choose a shipping option that includes tracking and insurance. And I thought to myself, it's not a Friday, so I'll hold it in. But I thought, bad things. So I'm currently waiting for this game to actually arrive, at which point I will be replying to their email. Because I got another follow-up email that's like, how did we do responding to you? One of those automated things. And I'm going to be like, So Summer Norris says they didn't even look at your order. Well, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure, I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure every shipping option that they have on there has tracking and insurance of some sort. And it's true, if I had ordered several $100s worth of merchandise and did Ground Advantage, then it would have only been covered $100. But it was $25. It's covered. There's no reason for me to have to pay an additional $1.95. It's covered. So I will be letting them know that.
Sorry, that reminds me of a shipment I had get lost that I need to see what the...
I will be letting them know
status of
that.
is.
And be like, hey, first off, how dare you? Second off, you said I should choose an option that has tracking and insurance in the future. Guess what? I did. And then I will ask them for an apology. Did they ever send you the original tracking info? They did. That's why I was able to know that it was delivered. So
Delivered.
Yeah, it said it was delivered. It wasn't. It did not show up. Track these nuts! Alright, one art in the queue, take a look at it. This is really good. I really, really love the way that you rendered me.
Your ability to draw faces is so good.
Excellent.
Such a good art
Excellent.
style.
It really is good. I love that. A+. A+. And I will be very careful to not drink poison. I'm doing the best I can. That was a game spider. When is the limited run games rant? A little bit yesterday, actually. I did that a little bit yesterday when I played Killing Time. All right. Okay, that's it. Quick things that you should know. First off, Patreon video's out. So if you haven't seen the Patreon video, check it out. It's out now. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., you're gonna...
I'm gonna do a cooking stream.
Oh, okay.
It may be webcam, but I'll be doing a cooking stream. I don't know what I'm cooking yet.
I'll hook up the FX3 for you.
If you want.
It's easy. I can do that. And then tomorrow night, Frog Detective 3, Corruption at Cowboy County. If you didn't see Frog Detective 1 or 2, watch it. It's on the VOD channel. They are hilarious. If you want to laugh, it's a good laugh. And your auction's up too.
Yeah.
Stop challenging that broom and start eating Tiny Eddie's meaty oops. All briskets.
I mean, brisket's meaty.
Meaty oops, all briskets. That's an actual dish they serve in Texas. That's a thing that you can order right now. This is from Microwave Dallas here. It says, how about the food? Oops, all briskets. I'll be honest, that toast was good, but I had a meaty oops. Don't like that phrase. I like that phrase a little bit less. I would eat some brisket right now. I'm not even usually a big brisket person. One other thing. Hades on Saturday. That's the other thing. Hades will be moving to Saturday instead of Sunday this week. So, Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, or thereabouts, we'll be playing Hades then. I will be unavailable on Sunday. So, yeah. And that's it.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful Thursday. Mal will see you in the morning for cooking something.
Or baking. I haven't decided yet.
Cooking or baking.
I might let Discord decide.
Yeah, they would love that. And we'll see you tomorrow night for Frog.
Coffee.
Bye.